Hi everybody, this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Carnage figure. So before we take a look at Carnage, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with the Monster Venom head, and that looks really awesome. That's the way that I see Venom. Like, I wish the 6-inch figure had this head sculpt. So let's go ahead and connect that to the last figure I have from this wave. So there is his head and torso so far. Hopefully sometime I get the arms and the legs. So up next, he comes with alternate hands. So here are his normal hands. These aren't actually the ones that he's displayed within the package. I just put them on here for the beginning of this review. That's a complaint of mine too, is there's no black on the hands. Like the black lines right here. There's no black on his hands, and there should be. Like here it is compared to the Fearsome Foes box set. I think it was the Fearsome Foes box set. Maybe it was. I want to say it was the Fearsome Foes box set, Carnage. But I like how there's black on this one's hands. And there isn't on the Hasbro version. So let's go ahead and switch the hands out here. Kind of tough. Let's set these to the side. Now, I really love these. This is an improvement over the previous version. I don't have the previous version, but this one comes with a lot more accessories than that previous version. I was actually trying for quite some time to get this figure, but once it was announced that they were re-releasing it and it had a lot more accessories, I stopped looking for it because this one is way better. And I love these hands on him. I like how this one is the axe hand, where the symbiote's making the axe, and it actually does look like it's coming up out of his suit. The way it has those tendrils wrapping around it looks great. And here's his left hand, which has extra long fingers. And I kind of wish that we would have gotten another hand, the right hand, like this too. That would have been cool. But we just get these. And for his final accessory, he comes with his alternate Cletus Cassidy head sculpt. And I have to say, this is probably one of the most that's not one to go on. Comic accurate head sculpts that Hasbro has made. There. That head sculpt is just fantastic. Let me get up close here. Like the eyebrows, the hair sculpted nicely. Even that grin. And I see that this tooth right here, they got the paint a little further down than it should have been. But the teeth look really nice, and the eyes do too. And the eyes are painted on, they're not printed on with that face printing tech. Actually, I think that's just for the movie figures. I thought they used on the comic figures too, but I must have been wrong about that. But yes, this head sculpt is fantastic. Like I said, this is probably the most comic accurate head sculpt Hasbro's made. It's just really accurate. So yeah, that looks really awesome. So let's switch this back to the normal Carnage head sculpt here. And now we will take a look at the normal head sculpt here. So this head sculpt is also great. I love it. It doesn't have a whole lot of paint detail to it, but it still looks really nice. The one thing that I don't like about this figure is the torso is cast in black and the red is painted over. That doesn't make sense when the red lines are very thin and, you know, not very much. There's not much there. It would have made sense to cast it in red and then paint the black over it. But we know how Hasbro likes to cast things in colors and paint colors over it when it would be simpler to do it the other way around. Like if this was cast in red and black was painted over it, it would look just fine. But you can tell it's a different shade. It's kind of more of a maroon color because they painted the red over the black. And back here you get some symbiote tendrils. Kind of looks a little messy to me. So it's also a good thing that you can unplug it there. I don't know, I kind of like it better like that. I feel like with those tendrils on them, it just kind of looks like a bunched up mess. And then you get more tendrils right here on his hand and arms. This is a really long tendril. And they're very soft and pliable, so I wouldn't recommend like trying to bend them too much, but if you drop it, it won't break or anything like that. But yep, the black that is painted on the red, on top of the red, looks really nice. Still don't know why they couldn't have done it with the torso. But yep, this is a really awesome figure. And this is kind of more of the Spider-Man Classics look for Carnage. This is kind of what it reminds me of. This one had weird articulation, like that's the best pose you could get him in. But this one actually had, the symbiote suit was sculpted. Like the black lines right here, they're just painted on. These are actually sculpted on. So, I do like things about this one better, and I like some things about this one better. I feel like the height is better, and I do like the tendrils on it. I feel like the extra tendrils on the back just kind of look a little messy. But there the head sculpts are side by side. I feel like this one looks more menacing though. Like he has a lot more teeth. And I feel like this one looks more menacing as well. Because he really doesn't have teeth. But there they are side by side there. They don't stand up because of their weird proportions, like those big ball-jointed hips. As you can tell, the hands and the torso is really big with these tiny legs, so it just kind of wants to fall over. So now let's go over the articulation. He has a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. It can look down all the way. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can only move out that far. They don't move out all the way. Although his left shoulder does move out a little farther than his right. He has swivel at the bicep, double-jointed elbow. He has a hinge right here that also swivels side to side. I don't know. I feel like maybe it should have been just a normal swivel that moves up and down. I feel like it looks funny like that with that hinge. But his left hand is swivel. It's double swivel. It has the swivel up and down, and then side to side. He has an ab crunch that can move back just a little bit, and forward just a little bit. He has swivel at the waist, ball jointed hips that can move out that far. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back just a little bit. He has swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the shin, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. So, this mold is I want to say it's the Bucky cap. It just has some slight retooling to it. So the articulation is pretty much what you'd expect. And, oh, I forgot to show the articulation with this head on. With the Cletus head on. There. So the articulation for it is he can look all the way back. The hair doesn't hinder that at all. And he can look down all the way. So, yeah, the articulation is really good on this figure. So now let's take a look. Or, not take a look. Let's do some size comparisons here. Wow, he's actually going to stay like that. So here he is next to Carnage, the original Carnage. Fearsome Foes box set Carnage. And I do like the height on this one better. And definitely the proportions. These are really weird. Plus this right leg tends to bend in like that. So that's weird. But the hands are really big. That's another reason why he's top heavy, is these huge hands. Then here he is next to the Spider-Man Classics Carnage. And, oh. The sculpting on this figure is insane. And the paint isn't too great. I mean, it has faded with time, like right here. A lot of the paint there on the mouth has faded. You know, that's kind of just the normal wear and tear on a figure that's... Is it 14 years old? I want to say it's like 14 years old. So, yep, there he is next to that. To this Carnage. And finally, here he is next to the Absorbing Man Wave Venom figure. And I think the height on these two is pretty accurate. Although, this Venom figure still has a huge neck. Like, it sets way too far up on that ball peg. And I don't really know what to do, because I think even if I shaved the ball peg down, the neck would still be too big, so I don't think doing anything would help. That's why I want to try and get the new one, because it has a symbiote tendril piece that goes around its neck that doesn't make it look as big. So overall, I would highly recommend this Carnage figure, especially if you're like me and missed out on the original Carnage figure. It was pretty hard to find, and up until a few months ago, I was actually still trying to find it. But once they announced this, I knew that I would get this one, because it has a lot more accessories, and it's just way better than the previous release. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.